Hello, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this one. I bring to you a dirty boxing video today. I think as you can tell by the title, you know, Dirty Boxing 5 there's an issue, there's something I'm not really fucking with basically. But before we get into that, I'm gonna make a dirty boxing video soon, obviously, about, Dirty Boxing 5 in Houston, Texas. They're not. I don't think they've announced all the fights yet. They've announced like 10, which is or like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 actually. Sorry, not 10. They have announced 8 fights as of right now. But when they announce all of them, I'll give you the whole rundown and give you my predictions and all that. That video will be, probably pretty fun. I think I'll actually like that video. Have fun making it. Whatever. Basically, the issue today is, and you can't act like this issue doesn't exist. Like what Dirty Boxing is doing. I get it's a business, whatever. Come on. But basically, the main event for Dirty Boxing 5 in Houston is headlined by Jessica Rose Clark. Oh my God. Jessica Rose Clark versus Paula Bittencourt. Hello. What the fuck is going on? Why are you giving this random a title shot on her first Dirty Boxing event, or like first dirty on her debut basically? She is not no Kai Asakura, and Jessica Clark ain't no motherfucking Pantoja, if that makes sense. This is inaugural. This is the first, like, the belt is vacant right now because there hasn't been the inaugural fight. And this is honestly very, very, very fucked up for Kat Nelson, bro. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm gonna get you familiar. Kat Nelson's my favorite women's dirty boxer. I really fuck with Jessica Rose Clark too, but after seeing this, and I don't know, it's not up to Jessica Rose Clark at the end of the day or whatever, but there's just something in my heart, in my gut, that makes me feels like she's running from Kat Nelson. Like, bro, I'll put up the photo on the screen right now. This is them facing off in the fucking dirty boxing ring. Like after dirty boxing, like I think it was 3, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, Kat Nelson won earlier in that event, called out a Jess for the 135. I don't know if she had brought up the belt, but she did call her out to fight because obviously that's like, this is like, bro, if you are a matchmaker, that is the fight that makes sense. Not signing some random that her last win was against someone that was 9-9, and then she won by first round ground and pound. Like Jessica, they are just setting up Jessica Rose to become the first ever dirty boxing champion, which is like just it's just straight disrespect to Kat Nelson. Like I said, whatever. She's more deserving. They literally had the face off, um, and obviously the photo that's right there. I'm gonna read it. It says, if it wasn't evident enough that Miss Jessie Jess doesn't want to fight me, it is now clearer than ever. Dirty boxing, y'all could have still made it happen, and now you just look silly. Kat Nelson posted that. I had to screenshot that because is she wrong? She is not wrong. And like dirty boxing is new, yes, and they have to make business, moves to, make money or whatever, and maybe they don't think that they can promote Kat Nelson as good as Jessie Jess. When I think that's just completely opposite. I think that's false at all. I think they're like complete imbeciles for doing shit like this. I'm still gonna watch it. Obviously, I'm still gonna do what I need to do. I still like dirty boxing. It's still a really cool concept, especially like the rules and all that. Y'all know this, whatever. But this is just like, come on, like the disrespect to Kat Nelson. Basically, I don't want to keep on repeating myself, but it's just, how are you gonna have her call her out, do a face off in the same event, and then have someone else fight for the Dirty Boxing 135 inaugural bantamweight women's title? It just is embarrassing to the integrity of the sport, and this is a young sport, and the fact that it's already being shown to be like on its UFC, WWE type shit is just like, whatever, man. I can't really do anything about it except sit here and feel some sort of way. Uh, and then she also posted this. I'll put that on the screen too. Basically, her reaction to the announcement of the 135 title fight. She says comedy, whatever. Bro, it's just, dog. Like, come on, how the fuck you gonna do Kat Nelson like that? And listen, and I already said in my dirty boxing video when I was, if you like dirty boxing, watch this video, whatever. If you watch that video, I talk about Kat Nelson and Jessie Jess, whatever. You can go and watch that to see what I think. But in the video, I was talking about a potential matchup between them because it's the only thing that made sense. And in the video, also, I was talking about how 135 in the women's division is the only sort of division in all of dirty boxing that has like clear motion towards something. That's why they're giving it a title shot right now. Does that make sense? I'm not gonna keep on saying they fucked over cats, obvious, but it's just like people are calling each other out. These fighters actually look good in dirty boxing. Cat Nelson and Jesse Jess. I'm pretty sure I said that I think Jesse Jess probably. I'm not gonna say she. Listen, fuck it. This is a different take, bro. This is modern day take. This isn't me when I was making that video. I think Cat Nelson. I think Cat Nelson wins that fight. I think it goes to a decision. I don't think anyone gets TKO'd. You know what I'm saying? I think it goes tit for tat, but it's very, very, very technical. Very like just elite women's dirty boxing performance, basically. But or Cat Nelson actually just clips her. Jesse Jess does damage that, so I can't take that away from her. That's what I'm saying. It's just like it is logically the most entertaining fight because it is honestly so 50-50 and they both do damage. Cat is so precise and technical. Her elbows, when she gets warmed up, she looks really good. And like I think that she could slowly overpower Jesse Jess by doing that. But you know, I'm playing Jesse Jess's side. Jesse Jess is the same way, very accurate, very good clean combos, very good in mixing the elbows, good gas tank, very good, you know, what do you say? What's that word? Very good composure in the ring. You know, she gets hit, she gets, you know, I don't think she's been cut or damaged for real, but you know, she gets caught good, she just kind of smiles, you know what I'm saying? That's just grit versus, you know, straight will, and that is just wow. That is the fight. And I believe they made the biggest mistake, especially since it's the inaugural title fight and it's already just setting up like WWE vibes, if that makes sense. This fight is obviously going to go to Jesse Jess by destruction. Whatever that random girl that lost to Dakota Dacheva in 2022. That's all she is, bro. Like I said, her last fight, bro, was her last fight, sorry, was versus a 9-9 women's fighter on a regional scene, and she won by first round ground and pound. Cool, that's good. But how the fuck does that show that she deserves a debut bantamweight championship fight? She is garbage. Jesse Jess is going to destroy that, and you know, probably break her down and make her give up. And then I could honestly see a TKO or just like a straight demonic beating until the end. But I'll get more into that fight breakdown when all these fights get announced and I make that other video. I just think that, you know, without having to repeat myself, whatever, that, you know, I think it's pretty evident that, you know, I mean, I guess I can't say that's evident because I have no idea, you know, if Jesse just accepted it or if they even ever put it on the table in front of her. Probably not, considering, or maybe they did and she did decline it, and that's why they had to do this. I don't know. I need to hear some more insider whatever. So if you got any sort of information, let me know. But it's just so disrespectful to like the integrity of dirty boxing. Basically, is what I'm trying to say, and you know, I care about dirty boxing obviously enough to want to make videos about it. So it's just like kind of hurts a little bit right here, you know. I thought Mike Perry and John Jones would do better, and whoever else is doing the fucking matchmaking, I don't even know. I need to, you know, figure that out. This video is probably not going to run too long. But besides that, I guess they also did announce that they're going back to Nashville on February 27th for Dirty Boxing 6. I need Cat Nelson on the card. I need Jeff Craig on the card. I need Corey Jackson on the card. I need Montavious Ware on the card. You know, he's in Tennessee. Listen, DBX5 looks good. It looks decent right now. We got, like I said, we got some familiar names that coming back. We got some new ones, whatever. But they have to kill it with the DBX6, bro. Like you already know DBX5 isn't gonna do like crazy numbers compared to the first ones. I mean, maybe it does, and I hope it does. And really, I honestly am making videos to try to support and make it bigger because, you know, I care about it, and so you should too. Whatever. But man, I just they're kind of just missing me with this 135 title fight, dude. Like I said, it's the only division with any sort of like fluid motion that actually is sort of entertaining and not just kind of all over the place. Like 155 is cool. Corey's actually like the only one doing something, and nobody else has actually proven themselves except maybe that Quinones kid. But I think he needs another one before they can just throw him into a, you know. Actually, I guess it doesn't even matter because they're obviously giving debutants title shots. So I guess if you right now you're gonna do a title shot for 50 or a title for 55, you do Corey Jackson versus Quinones. That would be pretty crazy. I think Corey would obviously win. He's a beast. No, I don't think anyone's gonna really do anything to Corey. His striking is just very superb compared to the quality of the fighters at 155. Juan Alvarez Jr. is good though. He went tit for tat for Corey, but lost. So not everyone is shit at 55, but like the rest of the divisions don't really have any clear like motion for who's the who's the number one contender, who's worthy of who are no fucking division besides 135 has a clear set way of things are going that it is clear for two people to fight for a belt. If that makes sense, that probably sounds idiotic the way I said it, but you know what I mean. Yeah, this video is not going to be too long. Dirty Boxing 5 has an issue with the title fight, and I'm not protesting, but I'm just letting you guys know that they completely did Kat Nelson dirty, and she deserves it. And I think Jessica Clark is scared of her and doesn't want it. You could kind of tell by their face off in the ring. Jesse just wasn't feeling it, and she felt a little nervous or scared or whatever because that's the only challenge she's gonna get at 35 is Kat Nelson. So. And I think Kat Nelson does it, honestly. And I think Jesse just feels that deep inside her bones and her gut. But that's just me conspiring. Who knows? I don't know anything. I'm just letting you know my opinion. That's it. I appreciate. I'll make that dirty boxing video soon. If you want to like, comment, even subscribe, whatever. I'm not trying to beg. You do that. Thank you. You guys have a good day. Happy holidays.